Welcome back to a daily dose of good news. 2 days ago we talked about light. We love light. We want our homes to be full of light. We want our lives to be full of light. Yet, if we're honest, it's all too easy to see little bits of darkness in us and just ignore them. It will be too hard to get rid of them, to change our ways, our attitudes. In fact, we secretly like some darkness. We like to hold grudges, to judge people, to feed our lustful thoughts or plan disaster that might strike our enemies. And what harm can it do anyway, as long as we don't act upon it or let anyone else see? Here's what Jesus has to say. Meanwhile, when a crowd of many thousands had gathered, so that they were trampling on one another, Jesus began to speak first to his disciples, saying, "Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees, which is hypocrisy. There is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and what you have whispered in the ear in the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. I tell you, my friends, do not be afraid of those who kill the body, and after that can do no more. But I will show you whom you should fear. Fear him who, after killing the body, has power to throw you into hell. Yes, I tell you, fear him. Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 pennies? Yet not one of them is forgotten by God. Indeed, the very hairs on your head are all numbered. Don't be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. I tell you, whoever acknowledges me before men, the Son of Man will also acknowledge him before the angels of God. But he who disowns me before men will be disowned before the angels of God. And everyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but anyone who blasphemes against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven. When you are brought before synagogues, rulers and authorities, do not worry about how you will defend yourselves or what you will say, for the Holy Spirit will teach you at that time what you should say. There is no such thing as privacy from God. He sees and knows all. You may be worried if your friends found out what you were really like. God already knows. And you should be far more concerned about what he thinks than what your friends think. But before you panic too much, Jesus reminds us of just how much we mean to God. God knows every detail about you, and he loves you more than you could ever know. Why don't you put your trust in him? Let him remove that darkness in your life. Let him be the one to have your back in all circumstances. He is God after all. See you tomorrow.